the world's best arena that we've ever seen for PUBG unfolding in front of your eyes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed the start of the final day for StarLadder I-League. Get yourselves hyped, get yourselves in the game, because the big bad bird is in the sky and it's all ready to drop a ton of players into very unfortunate spots.
This is a tight plane. So, this is... I think this may be one of the tightest planes we've seen so far. I think other than the one that just went through the strait between the two islands, this one's not that great. Tempo and C9, LG, 4AM, AVG, all going to love it. Ghost also, they adapted the plane out as well, and so they're, I believe, choosing Zarky.
Yep, they would indeed. Yeah, they went there a couple of times as well. They went there in Katowice as well. But yeah, let's talk about this for a second, because it is part of the adaptation technique. You have to adapt to the game. You have to understand that not all planes are going to be on your looting grounds. So this time around, we're going to have to see teams adapt to it. Tell me a little bit about Liquid and how they would adapt to this.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually bombing directly where AVG go to pick up some vehicles. They're going to fight for vehicles to drop into Naya. This could be some early game contention for all that stuff. We see contestants everywhere. Actually, a number of teams all going to Sosnovka Island as well. FaZe going to Novo. Not being contested by Vega, but that's actually Ifty and Vega both going to Sosnovka Island, the actual Millie base proper itself.
I'm not too sure if FaZe are actually splitting up, because the FuzzFace seem to be going a bit forward there. But you can see there are some gentlemen that have some vehicles indeed. And, well, that might be Ifty, I think. It might be
4AM. It's hard to read. It's hard to read for us. There we go, 4AM. Bam.
So they got two vehicles here. They're going to be quite happy with that. They're going to leave these grounds. Liquid, in the meantime, find themselves a buggy. Samti's going to go on this dirt road, hoping to find another vehicle to work with here, because on this dirt road, it's a potential spawn. Beats already has one to pick up his teammates, and they're going to be quite okay with this rotation. No problem at all the way to Yasnaya. Should be nice and clear, unless 4AM decide to go there, which they probably most likely won't.
So the biggest thing about that is not... So we didn't see early fights for that. No kills so far, no car run over. Sometimes you can see that when multiple teams try and fight for the same vehicles. AVG, they pulled off of that immediately, but the problem is, depending on where the first circle is, okay, this one's not that bad for it, but they don't have as
for everybody, actually.
This is pretty good for everyone. So this is actually great. If it was in military base, AVG would be in a lot of trouble, because if Liquid stole all their vehicles, they wouldn't have as many to find and make a rotation. Luckily, it's not too far from them. It could still be quite impactful for them later on. I think they may have had one.
Have a spawn.
I think they had one. I saw one of them.
I see a triple bike where a Noctiv is, I think. So they're going to be okay with that. I think I saw wheel. It's not great, but it's it's something. Right. So here comes the Lance of Vitality loading into Milta as they normally do. But yeah, considering where the plane went and where the circle showed, not a lot of teams are going to be too bothered with it. Though there's going to be some bothering on the south side island, where you see Ifty and Vega choosing the same spot. But Vega pulling the smart strats to make their way out of there. As you can see, they're going to be looting military base trash, which is what camera normally refers to, the outskirts of an area, right?
A couple of shots being taken at them from Ifty. Quite long-range shots. It's pretty ambitious, but no reason not to. They don't quite hit their mark. 54th does get tagged. But he's actually tagged from the opposite side. The Vega, two splits of Vega and 2-2 split. Yeah, there's 54th. Perhaps tagged by October. Yeah, no, it's just October. He's the only member of GOL. They did this last game as well in the show match.
Shots.
Oh, Vega!
There he comes. The Mini 14. Red Dot, it works out. Sorry, not Red Dot. Iron Sights works out
Not
fine.
even a Red Dot.
Not even a Red Dot there for any Noah, but he gets the shots nonetheless open. Iron Sights make it easier for him, but also the fact that he's an absolute beast kind of makes it easy for him. And there they go. October is going to be falling down. Some loot to be picked up by Vega here, of course. And that's an early kill for goal. They're not going to be happy with that one. I can tell you that much.
So this is exactly what GOL did during the show match as well. We didn't comment on it too much, but we did comment at the very beginning how a couple of members dropped way apart from each other. And they're doing it in a...
Oh, look at Vega and Entasace.
Oh, yeah, Vega actually on a quick rotation now.
Maxisor with that beautiful pan from our camera operator. Guys, big shout out to the guys that you don't see, the production studio, the observers, a horde of observers ready to bring you all the action in PUBG, and they're doing a fantastic work. Good job, really, really good job. I'm very impressed by StarLadder. I'm terrifically happy to be here, man. I cannot put it in words.
Absolutely, Maxisor here making the drive up. Able to skirt around Vitality's area of control. Still potential shots there, but Vitality wasn't able to run out in the street in time to take some out. Vega, though, they are still split, remember, because they had the two pairs on either side. Yeah, you can still see N and Null on 54th, only now in the rotation up. This is a pretty quick rotation for them. I don't exactly know how much loot they have on them, but they are prioritizing getting a good compound in the first couple of circles over loot.
Yes, indeed they are. Tempo Storm, as they normally would be on the outside.
Yep.
Ghost might actually follow suit and come a bit late. They did actually have they did have a decent plane trajectory. They did a long drop into Jarky. They're going to be okay with that. In the meantime, the rest of Vega will try to cross the bridge, which will not be contested by anybody so far. It seems both of the bridges are not going to be contested.
Yeah. No one is...
Ventus was on the right side, but yeah, the left side most bridges isn't contested either there. There's no reason for any team to be right there right now. Well, except for Cloud9, but Cloud9 don't go there anymore. They go to Primorsk. So, yeah, there you go. Safe cross for Vega. Vega read this well. They've done their homework. They spotted where Cloud9 would potentially go, because Cloud9 is one of the teams that could have put Vega in a bit of a difficult spot. But having looked at the VODs, they were like, okay, so since they're going to Primorsk every single time, then we'll just pounce through the bridge. They didn't even stop.
Look at this.
Okay. This is going to happen. This is going to go down. No, it's not going to go down. Maxizor and Vampire Game already leaving that place. Zvit was reloading his double-barrel shotgun, which makes us understand that they already had a bit of a fracas, a bit of a fight. So Vega did the smart thing and leave that spot. Now, there is a divot that they have, and perfectly placed in that divot, a gift from the skies. Let's see what this one contains. I'm actually quite curious to see what Vega Squadron are going to be picking up. If it's a M24 for Vampire.
Could be a little bit of a bait, though, because Myth could still take shots at them while they run to get it, but it's not that bad of a transition for them to get to this area and back into behind cover.
Not bad.
But I don't know.
I mean, it's better than any other rifle out there. Isn't that right, Moses? It is a very solid
old
platform.
Man shaking his fist at the screen.
It is a solid platform here indeed, an AUG with an extended mag, of course, and some goodies to be matching out as well. Myth will try to go a bit forward there to go for that crate trap. They didn't know that Vega actually stopped in that divot. They thought, oh, this one must be ours. Nope, says Empire Game. And Myth will say the same as they nope the heck out of there.
Yeah. So they grab the rifle, come back into position, waiting for the other two of the split to come up. They are actually not too far away, I don't believe. And now there's a little bit of a crossfire between these two squads, but not much action is going to happen between them right now. No reason for Vega to push back onto Myth. Absolutely no reason for Myth to push onto Vega.
No. It's way too early in the game. This is the money games. These are the money games indeed. The 5 matches that we're going to have today are going to be all racking up for the points for 100,000 to be won.
100,000.
Is that the hip way to say it?
Probably not.
Probably not. It didn't sound hip to me.
Absolutely not. No. So AVG, they were able to find a couple of vehicles. I was a little worried, but it's still not that great. It's just an Octave there in a buggy, and then 3 of them out front in the Dacia. So this can be a little bit of a tricky transition for them. They're currently away from everyone else, not driving by any highly contested spots so far. And just because of this, they may decide to stick on the edge so as they don't risk driving through where other full squads are ready to spray them all down.
Indeed, an Octave on his buggy. A bit behind his teammates who are all hurdled up in the Dacia there. Mikway joins the party. 4AM are going to be coming in from a different perspective. As you can see on the screen there, Atletico taking some shots at 54th. Man, the poor guys from Vega, wherever they go, they get peppered in. 54th is dangerously close to Pongo, I think. But it doesn't seem to end up in a frag. So 50 is going to be quite happy to go on the open fields of Yasnaya. Nobody there so far. Liquid are grouping up on the east side of Yasnaya Poliana, as they normally do when a circle is around the spot. It's central enough, that place, Yasnaya, so that they can afford to stay there. In the TPP match, it was kind of a similar circle, but it was a bit more to the south. So Yasnaya wasn't very much in it. That's why Liquid went for a centermost strat.
Yeah. Right now, Yasnaya is relatively central. There's no real reason to take the risk. Yeah, they have some nice buildings here. They're probably going to have to transition, and they're definitely prepared to transition once it hits the second circle and on. But at least for now. Okay, AVG picking up another vehicle. That's another one to their arsenal. It's still just a buggy, though. Buggies are always quite risky.
Excuse me? Just a buggy?
Yeah, because the thing about a buggy is that if you have a secondary passenger on the back, that's easy shots because there's no cover from them, no armor from the vehicle. And then but the big thing is the fact that wheels are really big, and so they're easy shots to hit to pop those wheels and have it spin out of control.
So triggered. The engineering, the amount of work that people have to put into to make a buggy, and just takes one caster to disarm it.
It's not just one.
Probably not. FaZe, in the meantime, finding themselves a good spot to place themselves in the white circle. Makes he sticking a bit behind. He probably has a vehicle, more than likely indeed. In the meantime, you see rotations coming in here from LG as well. They're going to try to group up, but will they, though? Because Ninix and Axt in the middle of the white. are pretty separated from one another. Atletico splits them into two. I don't know what they should do in this situation, but it does not bode well once you see players split up like that.
Well, it depends on the split that it is.
2+2.
Yeah. Sometimes
that would be okay.
A split is definitely very useful if you're able to hold your angles and assist each other with the split. But if it's a split that's just one person had to, you know, rotate away because they were getting shot at and they were just kind of out on their own, that's always a little...
All right. Okay, sorry,
okay.
my bad.
A little bit of a butt tap. A little bit of a butt tap. That's okay.
Don't worry about
that's
it.
fine. That's. I'm assuming that's like...
Demario, buddy. Are you there?
Is that the same thing as like sports players?
In underneath the freaking stairs. He's like scared.
Oh no, it's like you know when you hurt your puppy and they get really scared and they go crawl and like hide under the.
Cameron,
okay. Yeah.
Do you hurt your puppies?
No, accidentally. Or someone else hurts my puppy. I don't. Stop it. I love my dog. Don't do this to me. Don't call me out like this.
Come on, man.
Now you're making me feel guilty. I've never done such a thing.
Man? I thought you were a good guy. If they make their way from the south side island,
okay.
Their rotation might be a bit scuffed, considering that Vitality have already taken the ticket booth just northwest of Milta. Somebody could call PETA there, please. But yeah, there you go. Vitality are going to group up. They got plenty of. Actually, do they have plenty of? Yeah, they have a Dacia and a UAZ. If they've taken the smart route out, so they know where Vitality like to loot, they know that at this late into the circle, they're not going to be here on the beach. There's no reason for them to be on the beach. But yeah, it's going to be an easy rotation for them, but not for long. Even though the eastern side might seem a bit clear, they probably are not going to stop at the edge of the circle. No,
actually, TK is up front, playing the scout for them, and he's going directly into lumber, or at least the area around it, and that can be somewhat of a tricky position if they want to stop here. But you said it yourself, it did seem that they have done their research, able to avoid. They know FaZe aren't probably going to be there anymore, which is the case. Vitality aren't on the coast end of Milta, which is definitely the case. Able to traverse a path through this hillside. But the reason why no teams are here is because it can be a little difficult to leave. So we're going to see if they want to stop here, try and bomb somewhere else even further into the center, which is only going to make it a little more risky for them. And there's the second circle on top of most teams.
Yeah.
I actually see Liquid immediately on the rotation. They, for some reason, ended up on the east side. Now they come back onto Ibiza.
They have Ibiza there. Exactly.
Saving the seat for them.
Exactly. They have Ibiza by the yellows there. It's not the best place in the world to stay in, but at least it gives you kind of good visibility all 360, so they're not going to get surprised by anybody if they get there safely. So as you see them in the transition there with a nice, sexy camera angle. TSM also on their transition as well. Ibiza took some shots at them just to make sure that he tells them that that compound is taken so that they don't dare come close. However, TSM are scouting this spot to take the compound where LG are currently in. There are some divots. TSM could play outside, so they could potentially avoid this fight right here. But will they? Now that's the question.
LG only have 3. I wonder if TSM are going to be able to recognize that, spotting all the players of LG through those windows. LG aren't peeking it out. Perhaps they're trying to bait this compound out, try and make TSM think that it's safe, and then catch them by surprise. But actually, no, it's actually Smack taking a couple of shots, as well as the rest of the members of TSM, so they know that it's taken.
Look at the bottom right-hand corner there with a big map, well, the big mini-map is. Tempo Storm actually coming in quite early. That's interesting. I haven't caught earlier on what happened there. Perhaps one of them actually rotated fast enough so to secure a good place. Bray coming in with a very long shot there. Won't connect too much there. Myth, in the meantime, lost the UAZ. It is exploding. Ooh, he does put a 5.56 into the players from Myth. And that's going to be all she wrote for the moment. There's no need to take that fight. NPR, long range, Scar, and of course the good old AK that he normally has. This guy usually takes the poopiest of loot that his teammates don't want. So he'll take the AK, he'll take the 8X instead of a 4X. He'll take whatever his teammates don't use. He enables his teammates to perform well. That's a very selfless role, and one that doesn't put you in the spotlight.
Yep.
But it's a role that teams sometimes need. They need. I think every team needs a little aim.
Well, the thing is that if you have everyone try and be a star player, then it's not enough resources to go around.
Exactly. Not everyone can be an Andy. Myth, in the meantime, they find themselves a compound. And it's going to be a decent one at that. Atletico are going to be playing the ridges on the outside there, and it's for themselves. It's not a bad spot to be in as well. Cloud9 and Tempo Storm. This seems to be a common occurrence throughout the series. These two teams somehow find each other.
Well, they do come from the same, basically same part of the map, so it makes sense that the rotations would be quite similar to each other. Don't know if either of them are going to go for this crate, though. It's a nice looking crate. It's not the best, not the worst.
That's not too bad at all.
But the thing is, though, it gets spotted by the other team, and Maluk gets the first drop on the Frolicker. A lot of damage dealt to, who is that, from Moody as well.
This is the moment where Tempo Storm might dare to push in here. They know they got a knockout here. They've got to be careful, though, because Fraxis and Moody are going to be peeking across the edge there. So Tempo Storm are not too happy with one, but Valiant is already on the side flank. This might be the move from Tempo Storm. They need the frags. Maluk is going to be leading the pack there. Valiant just behind him. There's one guy, Zampa, left to make some noise. And as he does that, can he take the bike as well, perhaps, to fake it out? No, Cloud9 are not going to be too impressed. They're actually watching the angle where the side flank is coming in from. Moody's going to be putting in shots at Valiant. Does not connect just yet. But this could be quite dangerous. Valiant will have to retreat. Yeah, boy, Dre with such a wide flank. He could be the instrumental player in this here battle. Will it happen? Or will they give up? They will give up. No, they won't. There's already a push happening. Your boy Dre making noise.
Maluk's still up close. Yeah.
Very close.
Valiant's flank on the side did allow Maluk to get up close without them expecting them to be at that particular angle, making them C9 now potentially thinks that Tempo Storm has backed off. They may overextend over Valiant, does continue to make some noise, throws out a couple of shots and is going to hit the head, but Maluk, he's going to back off too. Tempo, they don't feel so comfortable with this anymore.
And, well, there's a bit more power into leaving this fight. Moody will still scout the area. They're going to try and move the UAZ if they can. It's not in a safe spot. The tires get blown apart, but for now, all they care is that they don't die. Tempo Storm not moving out yet, just yet. They still seem to be sticking around that area where they are right now. And how long are they going to stick around, though, for?
Well, the next circle is about to reveal itself, and so they want to get ready for the rotations. They have to move pretty far, and let's see where it goes. And it does go away from them, still relatively central, right on the field below Yasnaya. Liquid in a good spot. LG and TSM also pretty happy as well. TSM, though, needs to start worrying because there's not too much defense on the ground around them.
There is a divot there.
It's a little bit of a divot, but it's still an easy place for teams to attack if they want to get closer, because now everyone's going to be coming into this smaller area.
There you go.
They're going to have to really be pivoting their head, spotting out if anyone attacks them.
This is a danger road that coming in from Temporal, but it's also the smart way to go. Frolicker almost meets end with Valiant.
Oh!
Somehow he crashes on his bike. Who press F to pay respect. Valiant is going to be happy with that. They're all going to be grouping all around to try and get him. I don't think Cloud9 will... Oh! Seriously? No kill? Okay, there you go. Frolicker's going to be dying finally there. He hit a rock. Don't look at the map when you're driving. Is the lesson that we learned right now. Moody as well dying down at the hands of Vitality. So Cloud9 already lost 2 members here. This is not good.
Yeah, Solid FPS is now the next up at the bat for Vitality, driving just past them. He's going to avoid them for now, it seems. And Tempo, though, they're going to continue on their rotation. See if they can't find some safe place to go. They're swinging wide around the edge. You can see the edge of the blue just there on the minimap exactly. Shot right here. Valiant actually out, and Zampa both out in the blue, trying to make their rotation as safe as possible, trying to come in from the east side.
Yes, indeed. Well, the way they're driving through is not an easy path indeed. It's on that prison rocks. It's a bit hard to get into there. Plus and kickoff both in their UAZ. And one of them scouting up ahead. They're not going to be finding too much more than stray bullets hitting them, actually.
Car's not so healthy either.
No, it's not looking good right now. Frex with a sliver of life left on him. And Shiv is so close to him. He's looking past that. He knows he could be behind this rock, but he does not know. Sorry, tree. He does not know exactly where. Now he finds out, and that's a knockout there. Just one guy left from Cloud9. And it became so difficult for them.
Yeah, and all just a really, really unfortunate transition for them. Losing 3 players, just Solid FPS left, and he seems to have been discovered himself, able to hide away for now. But now Vitality on the edge of the map, using a smoke to go grab that loot so he can avoid getting shot at by Aaron Siegel here. Holding down a compound for Ifty. One of the other 2 members that we saw earlier going to try and group up with them. No, they're going to do a 2-2 split, actually, it seems. A+ will here on the side. Trying to perhaps fight against TSM or LG, but this is
where I wanted TSM to see in this divot. That's the exact divot that I'm talking about. But with Ifty joining in, TSM are indeed going to be in an open spot. So they either have to kill Ifty or LG to try and move in. I think Ifty would be the better choice if they have to fight us. Because if they go against LG, Ifty can approach very, very fast.
Yeah.
However, LG will not leave that compound. So let's see what pans out in this here. UAZ burnt down there. Ifty pretty much blocked where they are. They're forced to take any fights that come to them. They won't have any chances to leave their spot. In the meantime, you can see the boys from Liquid chilling out in their yellows as Ibiza secured that spot very early on. So they're okay with where they are right now.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty. They've been pretty quiet so far, but a big reason for that is because Well, early on, they took a more eastern position on the side, avoiding everyone there, and now it's a field all around them, which late game is great to have. Early game, though, it means that no one else is going to come close to you because that's just really a death trap.
That's just really rude. LG staying alive there. 16 teams still left in this one here. The circle's strangling in here. We're going to be finding out soon where it strangles on. Let's get ready to watch that beauty pop in here. This next circle is going to determine where the action starts. Because here, ladies and gents, if you're watching at home, this is where the action is going to start. This circle, as it draws in closer, all these teams alive, some of them are going to have to die. There's no other way around that.
There's not enough room for everyone here.
And let's find out here. Beautiful interface coming from StarLadder here. As you can see, teams have lost a lot of members. There's just solid FPS from Cloud9, and the circle sways down south. That's going to be a hard rotation on that open area. Not the entirety of this white is playable. You could play the hay bales in the open field, but it's a very dangerous spot.
It's quite difficult, and the problem with that is you can hide behind the hay bale, sure, but you can't hide your vehicle. And so for the next transition, you're not going to have a vehicle because it's more likely going to get blown up or the wheel shot out, and you have to go it by foot.
Yep.
And that's going to make it very difficult. Actually, LG's compound is really strong in this circle right now.
Absolutely.
You put 3 in the compound, 1 on the hill just to the north, running around, spotting everyone to the north, and the sight lines to the south as well as to the west are really good from this compound. Vega, though, Maxizor getting a drop onto Fuzzface, but Afflex from Ghost is going to be there to steal it.
That's a rip GG for that frag there. Fuzzface are also a very, very powerful player from FaZe. Monkey as well, falling at the hands of 50. Those gaming now will play as a full squad. As you can see, they're popping in some good shots here. They might be blocking off FaZe from coming in. Will they be able to do that? I don't know for long. This divot that they're in here is not in the circle,
just
so
barely.
They will have to move. Yeah, but as they move, they're going to be in a very open spot. They need to rotate pretty massively. They cannot stay on the top of that hill. FaZe, in the meantime, found themselves a different spot to work with here. Maxizor is going to be taking some shots here from Profi, long range, and a few of them seem to connect. So Profi showing us how it's done. This guy, I mean, slouchy as he is, he hits real good.
Yeah, he's a really good player, and actually one of the reasons why it was mentioned on the desk earlier that Profi wasn't going to be shot calling anymore, and the reasons why is because the team wanted to allow him to just not have to think, let him loose and try and take over the game. Sometimes people find it difficult to be a shot caller as well as a top fragger. They're saying, you know what, just worry about the frags right now, and so I'm excited to see if he can't really go on that attack dog role in this game.
At the end of the wide open field, Momino finds his home. A lot of teams rotating on the bottom right-hand corner. You can see so many cars in motion and so many fights popping up. Chris is being taken down. 4AM coming in between Liquid and Vanguard. And Atletico on the other side as well, but Vanguard might be taking shots on them as well. A lot of stuff popping up. This is insane. Look at the way it lights up on the bottom right-hand corner. It's like a Christmas tree around down there.
A lot of frags coming in from this rotation. There's not much cover, not many compounds in this circle right now. Which means that everyone trying to find the few contested spots just gonna get taken out. Now OGN going out second to last immediately too. Fortunate game so far for them. A lot of teams wounded as well. FaZe down to 3, AVG down to 3, Cloud9 with that 1 that we saw earlier. Jempty though spots TSM, gonna take some shots at them. They don't have to push too hard because they are still inside the circle for now, and they do hear Tempo coming up from behind them.
Tempo are gonna get destroyed wherever they enter from. They're either gonna be facing FaZe, Ghost Gaming, or Vegas Squadron. They don't have an easy entrance. It's very difficult for Tempo Storm to stay alive. FaZe would much rather take some shots at them, but they have TSM just breathing down their necks, so they're not going to be focusing on that fight too long there. Tempo Storm somehow managed to squeeze their way past, but they're running into Ifty, and they're getting taken down. Your boy Dre will not stop around that spot, but will be blown up to smithereens by A+. And that should be, or might be, the end of Ghost Gaming. Oh, sorry, Tempo Storm. No, Maluk and Zappa still alive. Pixel perfect shots from Nick White. Don't connect necessarily, though. He will now connect one of those shots. However, Tempo Storm are going to have to heal. This is the 5th play zone. It's going to start taking some heavy damage.
Zamper probably going to get taken out by the play zone, but no, it's actually McCoy that finds a shot onto him with the headshot. It's just Maluk left. He's going to try and heal up right now. The heal should be coming. Oh, no, he only has bandages. Oh, this is unfortunate. This is Tempo getting taken out.
GG for Tempo Storm for this match. No problem at all. Still 4 matches left.
Such a heartbreak. But yes,
it is because they've been doing good. They've been doing good. And these are the NA sweethearts right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. There's still plenty of matches left.
There are, but it still isn't great.
As it was first.
Still isn't great for them.
No, it's not great.
Liquid, though, they're coming back strong, taking a lot of shots out, taking out Godv. Jeems with the explosion of the vehicle, taking some more shots at the rest of 4AM. But they are not too far from FaZe, so they do have to worry about that.
Look at Yempty, though.
He's on the rotate, trying to get to the next circle.
Oh, he's got the taste of blood. He wants that frag for himself. Can he spot his enemy quite close to him? Will he spot his enemies quite close to him? Samty has no idea that that's an enemy to him. He literally thought it was Scoom. Yempty peeks and takes Scoom down and now runs through the open. This is a danger moment as Samty spots him. Puts one shot on him, but it's not going to be enough. Yempty now proned in. Can he find too much? Well, he might find a nade from Samty. Is that one going to connect? Is it? Yes, it does. Yempty gets knocked out. Samty with a beautiful nade and brother. Oh, where art thou?
Oh, cold, taking out your own twin brother.
Pretty much.
That's cold. Yeah, there's no res that's going to come in through from there unless Mixie and Hexity want to go for that, but that would be quite risky for them. The blue is now closing on him, so Jeffy's going to be bleeding out on the side of the circle, but it's still difficult rotation for the rest of Liquid. Moving over here next to a burning vehicle inside the circle, though. But he is the last remaining member of AVG once again. Very similar to the very first game, but more transitions come through, more vehicle explosions.
Really smacked. Oh, he stops by. And he gets wrecked by A+, and so does APR. Well, it doesn't look like there's a lot of TSM left in this one here. Just one guy pushing by himself on the ground. Who is it from? I can't see the... Oh, A+ is really looking around. There's Break. Okay, so Break is going to come into Ifty. There's two guys in there. He's going to have to clutch this one in a 1v2 situation. He prones in closely by. In the meantime, Liquid has dealt with FaZe, so FaZe has been taken out. Now, that's a team that Liquid are very happy to have eliminated.
That is very good for them. Actually, at this, I wouldn't be surprised if Liquid get they definitely will take the first spot once again, but let's see how much they can get.
They'll be quite happy to take the hill. James is actually moving in with a vehicle, so that's going to be very good for cover because there's not a lot of compounds left in here. It's actually just two compounds left. That's it. Myth and Ifty are in a bit of a fight. Aaron's going to be taken down. It doesn't look like anybody from Ifty is in this compound here, so well, it is. TK in the bathroom. He's getting peeking out. Scar from Svit putting in the shots. Can he connect more? Yes, he can. What a beautiful headshot. And that goes Svit swiftly taking down his opposition and rezzing his own teammate. Beautiful.
If they are still alive, we did see the other duo take care of TSM. TSM actually just got eliminated for their own, but Liquid get taken out. Well-placed nades by LG, keeping their compound safe, but it is not safe anymore because the next circle has no hard cover inside.
No, it does not. LG using their smarts. That's pretty good, man. I like to see this adaptation. It's the 4th day, and the guys are finally adapting. I like that from them. Ninix, will he get? No, he won't. Nope.
Oh.
There would have been a chance the Fax would have come in a bit earlier, but now he's popping off a smoke to try and loot. The smoke's initial intention was to, of course, res his fallen teammate. That's not too bad, all things considered, because not a lot of teams actually have a full stack. It's just Atletico and Vitality that have 4 people left alive. And Atletico, they actually have one of them knocked out. They're going to have to use smokes, but as soon as those smokes dissipate, there won't be too much cover. Look at how open this circle is. It's going to be a fast ending here.
This is going to be great for Vitality, though. We know they can hit very, very, very well long-range shots. They're just causing havoc everywhere. They do have to worry about getting inside the circle themselves, but they put pressure on everyone else. In the meantime, Shadow actually taking down Heffa, dropping another member of Atletico. They continue to do damage.
That's Vitality being proactive for
Absolutely.
you. It's literally what they said before the match. Is that Boogie, we're to take any fight we can. We need the points. We need to get in there. We need to stop pussyfooting. And, well, there you go. There's the lads taking knockouts onto Atletico. Atletico can pose a direct threat to them because, well, they're pretty close. But there's another team that Vitality has to worry about. That's Vegas Squadron now. Solid FPS as well, playing as he's solo. He's the last one staying alive for quite a while now. And it's actually not a bad performance out of him to bring his team to top 8.
Well, he does get a spray down to Vampire game while in Vega's transition, though. This could be a position for Vega to answer back and take him out now that they know that he is there. But no, it's Ifty, a push on the LG, the remaining 2 members.
They're playing much more confident than they have before on these peaks. Just this peak tells me how confident they are.
Solid got another member of Vega.
Yes, they did, or actually got another member of Atletico. So they're doing in really, really good work right now. Vitality staying alive for longer. Oh, that car blows up, and it's still going to be alive, though. Holy smokes.
Just
barely. 2 of his teammates are knocked out.
And he's not getting revived. Does get the spray down. Vega taken out. Solid actually surviving past them. I was really surprised on that.
Wow. That is not a bad performance. Clutch comes in, 1v2 situation in that love shack. And he does a dirty deed there. Vitality moving up against him, though. They're going to be in the circle, keeping him potentially. But it's just Shadow. This could be dangerous for Vitality because it looks like Oraxi, Monkey, and Shiv haven't yet made their way in. And Atletico get blown up the smithereens by Vitality. That's a dirty frag indeed. That will be the end of another team right there. Let's see what happens here for Solid. He cannot stay alive for too long. Shiv helps out his teammate closer by. And Asir is going to be monkeyed, I guess, the frag at the end of the day there. Not a lot of teams left here. 4 of them to be more precise. And, well, cover, there isn't.
There is. It's one big giant bowl. There are a few ridges for people to hide behind. But for the most part, everyone can see each other. Vitality, they are raining terror over everyone.
Oh my
LG,
God.
2 players got dropped. It's just Axe left.
Axe might get the Axe soon enough. Kenny off.
Oh, too late of a transition. Just barely.
Poor guy. There's 3 teams right now. LG, Vitality, and Avangar playing with Mumino. Mumino, again, a very good performance. The prone around. You might think it's easy to prone around, but you have to be super smart with your positioning. Super smart with your positioning to make sure that nobody's going to come close to you. LG playing as a solo indeed. This might be, for better or worse, a game for Vitality. A team that was desperate for points right now. They are in the top ranks. They could creep up to Liquid and FaZe if Liquid and FaZe aren't careful. And so far, FaZe have, well, they didn't have a fantastic first match. And Liquid, well, they actually had decent-ish placement. But Vitality, if they win this.
Well, it's not an if. They're pretty much going to win this one. Mumino and Axe, not much that they can do. Very little cover for both of them through. Right now, it's just, ooh, can I prone and be the perhaps second place. In fact, they may not even know that there's another snake with them. They may just think Vitality have all 4 alive, just trying to wait it out. And the fact is, though, is that the circle is directly on Vitality. They both have to make a cross through the bowl that we were pointing out earlier. Easy. It's going to be easy shots for Vitality.
Well, we say that, but we never know.
True.
Yeah, we never know it's over until the fat lady sings. Mumino's going to have to make his way in. Axe is going to soon have to move in. Shiv, Shadow, and the last remaining member, Monkey, of course, of Vitality, are going to put some shots into Mumino pretty soon. But he prones in at the right time and just barely not spotted. Axe not spotted as well. He's actually proning far away from the edge. He's going to try and oh, he's running the edge. That's smart. But as he does that, he gets spotted. Shadow's going to eat some bullets. Axe eats more instead, and that's going to be him out of the game. That's it. Mumino up against 3 giants of France coming at him directly. They're all pointing their guns pretty much somewhere else, actually. They're not looking at the right angle here. If you look at the minimap, nobody is looking where Mumino is coming in from. This is dangerous. He's got the AK. Close range, high DPS.
Yes.
This could be beastly from Mumino.
Yeah, if Vitality actually do stay close up. Oh, takes some damage from the blue, though. Can't crawl just fast enough. He's going to have to go and crouch. He's going to get spotted out by Vitality in this one. Actually, he's going to try to go for the heal right now. Nope. Cancel that heal. Going to make the run through and get spotted out. Playzone takes him out, so at least he avoids the 6 points going to Vitality, but Vitality do win.
The chicken dinner and the GG's indeed go to Vitality. Crude as a cucumber is indeed the definition of these boys. Hot fire coming in, even if they are cool. But they are coming in with some super cool strat aggression. Clearing the circle before you go in. Great positioning, denying any kind of territory to any kind of team that would go in potentially to where you want to go in. They're thinking 2-3 steps ahead. These guys are freaking geniuses. And for good reason, they win this game as well.
Yeah, 13 kills as well. Not a bad number. It's going to help them boost the scoreline up. I'm pretty sure, not only am I pretty sure that Liquid now take first just because FaZe went out so early,